How acupuncture can help you with chronic pain. Hi, this is Jovanka from JovankaCiares.com, and today I have a really fun video with a tutorial and with my special friend Raul. Raul, hi!
Hello! Hello everybody!
Hi, and thank you so much for being here and for agreeing to come and talk to us about this amazing practice of acupuncture and Chinese medicine. So today, Chinese medicine and acupuncture is this amazing practice. Raul is going to tell us exactly what is it all about, but we are going to very specifically talk about issues that have to do with chronic pain, headaches, muscular pain, tension headaches, you know, like when you have a kink in your neck and that can all in your back. And he's even going to show us how to practice, how to do this, how he can do this on people to relieve pain. So first and foremost, tell us a little bit about acupuncture and what is it and how it can help us.
Okay, well, acupuncture, again, everyone knows that it's thousands of years old, but it's still very modern. That's why it persists till this day. There's a lot of research behind it from all around the world showing that it's effective.
Yeah.
And it's primarily used for treating pain, but the way that it works is that when we insert a needle into like a tight muscle, that tight muscle has a lot of muscle fibers that are just in spasm.
Yeah.
When a needle is inserted into those tight muscles, those spasm muscle fibers, they relax very quickly.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and it feels great. Well, that's the thing. Then it sends the signal to your brain that it's time to get out of fight or flight mode. Yeah. And just thoroughly relax.
That's really critical.
Yeah.
That essentially it tells your muscles to send a signal to your brain. It's okay to relax. It's okay to release.
Yeah. So that's why like we might start off as like people might be thinking like, oh, it's for pain. But then they quickly realize that it can actually help at a much deeper level. It helps with a lot of anxiety or depression, because a lot of times like those conditions are due to chronic pain or chronic stress. So you're in fight or flight mode all the time. So your body can't focus on repairing itself. Right. So then you just get run down or anxious all the time.
Yeah, years ago I used to go to an acupuncturist to treat hormonal issues like pain, PMS, and cramping, and I realized that it also helped me reduce the size of my fibroids. So as you said, it also has the ability to help you at a much larger and deeper level. That's amazing.
Yes.
So tell me, how did you get involved in acupuncture?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I was in theater school at UCLA, and they allowed me to go to China for the summer, and there I was training in wrestling and kickboxing, and someone injured my knee. So when I complained about it, then they gave me some herb patches to put on my knee, and then overnight the pain was gone. So I didn't have to take time off from training. I could just...
the inflammation was gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because every time I would step, I'd have some sharp pain in my knee. Right. And luckily, it might not have been too severe, but I think we also nipped it in the bud with the herbs. Because then the next day it was like nothing ever happened. Yeah. So then that really triggered my interest. I'm like, what else can this do? And the more I researched, then the more I found out that acupuncture can benefit so many conditions. So,
So as you know, I'm an herbalist, and I love Western herbalism, Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, and I know that Chinese medicine uses a lot of herbs. You just mentioned them. Tell me a little bit about how herbs can help people. How Chinese medicine has been using, or acupuncture has been using herbs to kind of like, I guess, compensate or maybe like complement.
Yeah, so that's the thing, and that it's good that you asked that, because right now in the United States we're having this big opioid crisis. And actually, well, there's a lot we can go into that, and a lot of legal stuff that is happening with some of these manufacturers. Yeah. But that doesn't matter, because at least with the herbal medicine and Chinese medicine, we do have a lot of herbs that are also plant-based that can actually target all types of pains, all types of inflammation, even nerve pain and nerve damage that are being used in widely in some hospitals in South Korea or China. But we definitely need to
Embrace them.
Yeah, we need to embrace them here in the West, basically.
Yeah, they're amazing, amazing. Raul was telling me off camera that there's parts of the world, especially in the eastern part of the world, like China and South Korea, where they use less chemotherapy and compensate the Western medicine traditions with Eastern medicine, and creating less pain for the patient, faster healing time, right?
Yeah. So I did a tour, and I spoke with the head of in South Korea, it's called the Daejeon Cancer, East-West Cancer Hospital, and the head of that department was saying that they really don't have to use chemotherapy because the herbs are working so well. So we're not just like speaking without evidence. I mean, you can also look up this hospital, online. And if you can speak Korean, it's definitely there. But also hospitals in China also have decreased the amount of chemotherapy, and they've made up that deficit with herbal medicine that has been shown to both kill cancer cells, but also increase the quality of life for the patient. So it reduces the side effects.
I mean, guys, come on. Like, we have to embrace things like acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine. It's just so amazing. You also made a teeny tiny mention about plant-based medicine and the fact that some of these herbs and traditions are plant-based. But I also know that Chinese medicine uses products that are not necessarily plant-based. We're both vegan, as you know, and so it's really important to us that we continue to use the foods, plants as medicine, and kind of like try to stay away from animal-based products, especially because nowadays we tend to not treat animals very well. So is Chinese medicine vegan, or is it plant strong or plant, friendly?
The short answer is yes, but then it also kind of depends on your acupuncturist. So some of them, I'd like to think, are less enlightened, so then they might encourage like the use of some animal products. So even to the point of like some trends where right now it's trendy to promote bone broth or some nonsense stuff like that. Right? So I think that depends on the education level of the acupuncturist, but it can be completely vegan.
Right.
And actually, the majority of the herbs that we use exactly. That's exactly right. So the vast majority of like herbs that we use for all kinds of conditions, it's all plants, and usually they're not very expensive.
Right.
So that's another thing that's really good about Chinese herbs is that it can be a low-cost alternative and a very effective alternative treatment.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I've been fascinated with Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, Western herbalism, and acupuncture for forever. And I'm so excited to have you here. So let's just move on and talk a little bit about the topic at hand, which is chronic pain. A lot of us are walking around with a lot of tension and pain and stress. And I know that pain comes in as many types as there's humans on the earth. So we're not necessarily specifically talking about things that are related to a more serious condition like cancer or something like that. We're talking, I want to specifically ask you about like the people like us who are hustling and walking around and not sleeping well or not sitting all day and, not moving properly, not stretching properly. And so a lot of people are walking around with headaches and pain on their neck and shoulders and back. Tell me, how can acupuncture help you? And what are the different ways in which you treat pain?
So we use a mix of the acupuncture, the needles themselves, and then also cupping works really well. Or sometimes acupuncture with electric stimulation helps to yes. So I'm glad you're familiar with all these things. So there's different modalities depending on the severity of the muscle tension.
It's actually not painful, right? Like the needles, I know there's a lot of people that are afraid of needles, a lot of people that are afraid of electricity. You should be afraid of electricity, but this is not what you're talking about, right?
No. It actually feels a lot like these home massagers or these home muscle stimulators. But the thing is, when it's done through the acupuncture needle, so that's the acupuncture with electric stimulation. We insert the needles, and then we put the electrodes on the needle,
Right.
so the electricity actually travels much deeper into the body,
Right.
and then the effect is much better than these electric muscle stimulators that you might have at your chiropractor's office or
Yeah.
your regular doctor's office. So the effect is much better and actually helps nerve damage to heal.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, but it feels about the
And
same.
the needles are not really scary. Like you can't even see them. Like you're gonna be with your eyes closed. He's gonna be like tapping, and you're like, "What just happened?" And there's a needle in you, and you didn't even realize it. And he was Raul has been so graceful to come over here with some of his materials, and he's going to show cupping on me because I have pain in places. So tell me a little bit about cupping, because I know it's gotten a little fancy after like celebrities and sports, stars have used it.
Yeah, it's a tradition around the world, really.
Yeah.
But I consider it more of like an adjunct or like something you can add onto the acupuncture treatment. So the needles are first and foremost the most effective thing. But then say like if you have muscle tension on your back, we do the needles for a few minutes. After we take the needles out, and if we do the cups on there, it's like the muscles are already getting loose. And if we put the cups on there, then we can get a higher percentage of the muscle fibers to just release.
And the cups do what? They increase circulation to the area, or they just, because I've heard all these ideas that it kind of like removes toxins and lactic acid from the muscle. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah. Well, we have to. I think I have to clarify a little bit. Yeah.
Please do.
So you can think of it as almost like a stretch, right?
Yeah.
So instead of like a massage where it's like downward pressure, this is pulling up. So not only does it pull up on the muscle, it pulls up on all the different layers of skin.
Yeah.
So by pulling up on the muscle, it's like stretching it.
Yeah.
So you can think of it as a stretch, and that is what helps to get lactic acid out of the muscle.
Cool.
But then since it's also pulling up on all the different layers of skin, that is actually what you might consider like the detox effect, where this actually helps all your lymphatic fluid penetrate more efficiently into the different layers. Because our lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like our circulatory system has the heart. Like our lymph fluid permeates because of our movement. So then if we're stretching and doing all these other things,
jumping around.
Yes. So cupping would facilitate that.
Okay, fabulous. So without further ado, we're going to show you how the cupping thing works, and then we'll get it done.
All right.
Okay guys, so I'm on my treatment table and Raul is here. By the way, Raul, do you go by Dr. Raul, or how do you go by?
A lot of people call me Dr. Ramirez. I have a PhD in Eastern medicine too.
So he's Dr. Ramirez.
Yeah, we can say Dr. Raul or Dr. R or just
I love the Dr. RR. Okay, so he's here. I'm ready for my treatment. So I have my bare skin, and Raul has the cups. Tell us a little bit about those.
So there's two different kinds. Some are glass and some are this hard plastic. We're using the plastic one because I can really control where it goes, and then I use this pump to create a vacuum so that I can put it right where it needs to be, and then I can just do the suction there.
Oh my God! Okay, great. So you just tell me what you're gonna do on me.
So we'll do a few cups on your upper back and just along your spine, because usually that's where the most tension is.
Okay.
And then we can leave that on there for a few minutes. It might leave a little
mark.
Yeah, a little mark.
I'm totally up for that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, great. So let's get started.
Okay, so the way it works, so usually I want to check out the muscle to kind of find out where the most tense spot is. Okay, and then you can just put the cup. Just put the cup there, and then just do a couple pumps, and it's on.
Okay.
Hanging in there?
I am. I'm a little ticklish.
We'll do two more here on your lower back. You have a little tension down here.
Yes, God knows. Sweet.
Then we leave it for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, so that was amazing. I feel a lot lighter, like almost like my skin is, there's less gap in my skin, almost like I have like half an inch less in my torso. Like that's how I feel. But the pain is almost not there. I still have a little bit of phantom pain, but it went from like a 7 to about a 2, really.
Wonderful. That's really good.
Yeah, it's great. So what should I expect in the next, 48 hours, 1 week? Like, is this something that you go there only once, or should you try once or twice before you can just move on with your life?
Ultimately, yeah, it's kind of cumulative. So if you had like stress and stuff for a while, then yeah, you definitely want to go more than once, or make a habit of going maybe like once a month or every other week or something like that. Okay. Until you feel like everything's under control, then it's good. Is
there anything that I should avoid in the next 48 hours or 24 hours?
Animal products.
Well, you should be avoiding animal products for the rest of your life.
Yeah. But yeah, just stay hydrated. Just like a massage, it is actually releasing a lot of like minerals and waste products from your muscles. So,
and it needs to be eliminated.
Yeah, exactly.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Ramirez, for being here and also for showing us how amazing acupuncture can be. Raul has an amazing YouTube channel. It's called VR Vegan. It's all about healthy living and also virtual reality, because this is a multi-talented human. So you want to check it out. I'm going to put the link below. Make sure that you share this video with your friends and that you leave comments. I want to start a conversation because we're all living with chronic pain, and there is much we can do to help us stay healthier and be stronger and happier. So please, please, please leave a comment. Make sure that you share this video with all of your friends all over the internet, and that you subscribe to both channels for more tips and a jolt of motivation for your healthy, happy, and beautiful life. See you soon.